Welcome to the Groundwork Guardrail GPS Training Session Part 2. In this presentation, we are going to take an in-depth look at the GPS equipment that is used on your pounder. My name is Stephen Beebe, CEO of Groundwork Group. I spent 35 years in the industry pioneering innovative solutions, so welcome to our innovative solution to installing Guardrail. This presentation will illustrate how to set up and operate your Guardrail GPS pounder. The following steps will be covered. Section 1. Familiarizing yourself with the GPS receiver. Section 2. Setting up a GPS base station. Section 3. Configuring the GPS base station. Section 4. Surveying the road. Section 5. Setting up a GPS system to your post driver. Section 6. Installing post on your site. Let's take a look at the GPS receiver. This is a GPS receiver. You will have two of them, on each side of your pounder. 1. This is a satellite indicator. This will blink green when it's working. This means the receiver is linked to the satellites overhead. 2. Is the Bluetooth indicator. This will light up as a blue light when working. 3. Is the Wi-Fi connection. It will go green. 4. Is the on-off switch. 5. Is the power indicator light. This will go green when it's fully charged, and red when it gets to low power, which is around 20%. 6. This is the network icon light. This will go green when it's receiving a signal from the base station. 7. Is a radio icon. This will blink green when receiving and transmitting radio signals. Now we can turn our receiver over. On the underside you will see item 1, this is a network antenna port connection. 2. This is a 7-pin port, this is the USB connection. 3. This is beeper, speaker, yes the rover can talk, so don't worry. 4. You connecting external radio or an external battery to port. 5. It's the radio antenna port. Please refer to your manual for the correct setup, and be careful when installing the connection, as the pins are small and of light construction. Section 2. Setting up your base station. There are two options on setting up the base station. Option 1. You can use the tripod. This came with the equipment and is ideal for 1 to 2 day work sites. Option 2 is a more temporary fixture, so if you expect to be there for longer periods, then it would be best to drive a steel post into the ground, place a bracket at the post, mount the base station. This method will save time on the daily startup. Section 2. You're using your tripod today to set up your base station. So the first thing you need to do is to find a flat piece of ground to set up your tripod. Ensure that you push the tripod legs into the ground and tripod becomes sturdy. Place the tripod clear of buildings and trees. It needs to have a clear view of the sky. Make sure there are no other base stations working nearby. If there are, ensure that your base is working on a different channel, otherwise they will talk to each other and will not work correctly. It's now time to assemble the base station and connect it to the tripod. You'll find in your box a steel rod threaded, screwed rod into the base of the base station. There is also a small connector. Fit this into the other end of the rod. Connect the rod to the tri-brace fitted to the tripod. Now is time to screw the antenna into the UHF port. This is located under the receiver. At the same time, connect the external power cable to the power port. Now connect the external power cord to the battery. This battery should be a small 12-volt car-type battery. Using this type of battery will allow you to operate for a number of days without recharging the battery. The second option is to use your pounder to drive in a steel post. You need to have a pre-made bracket for the top of the post. This will take the base station. Once it's installed, you can then assemble the base station as previously learned. Then connect the external power cable to the battery. Now, let's take a look at setting up our base station. The battery icon, on the front of the panel, will light up in the receiver. This will make a beeping noise. You will need to press the power button again. Now it's working. Now before you leave the base station, you need to make sure that the satellite icon is green. The next step is to power up the tablet. As you see in the picture, there is a power button. Push this to turn on. Step 3. The tablet is alive. You will see the stone X icon on the screen. Tap the icon with your finger and the program will open. On the screen, you will be looking at figure 5. Select SDX base to turn on. Check the Bluetooth icon. It should go blue. Now you can proceed to the next step. Now it's time to configure the base station. You can enter the MAC address here at the top of the screen. If the address is not yet entered, you can locate the MAC address under the GPS Receiver Base Station tab as shown in figure 7. Now, select the Stone X Suite program, open it. The system will start to confirm the coordinates of your base station. You will see in figure 9, the base station is initiated. You will see a message pop up saying, "Success. Congratulations, your base station is now working." Now ready to go, and survey the road and get started. On your machine, you will have a receiver called Rover 1. Take Rover 1 off and screw it on the rod. This is part of the kit. Inside your storage box, there will be 2 batteries. Ensure they charged, and place them into the compartment. Connect the UHF antenna into the UHF port. Now turn on the power. Attach the tablet, turn on the power, and open the Stone X program. Ensure that you have the satellite icon green. Now, your program is running, so on the left-hand side, then select Configure tab. Next, select GPS tab on the top toolbar. Inside the GPS tab, you can check the MAC address. This should load automatically. If not, on figure 14, tap the Reconnect button, and the rover will reconnect it itself. Now it's time to start surveying the road. First, you need to open up a project, so click Project on the sidebar. On the bottom right-hand side, click New. Now, open the keyboard and type in the project name. You're now ready to start drawing, so click on the right-hand side, Draw 2D tab. Now you're ready to start surveying the road. On your tablet, you will see your current position of your GPS rover. It's marked with the red cross. You need to start recording the guardrail line, so on the right-hand side, you need to select the reference line icon. Now, selected the GPS point icon. The software will record that position automatically. Continue following the edge line, recording positions as frequently as required. For example, on a straight section of road, you may record positions every 4 to 5 meters. On a curved road, you would make the gaps closer, approximately 3 meters gaps. On your tablet screen, you will start to see a line forming. This is the shape of your guardrail. Once you're finished surveying, just select the reference line icon. This will open a box, which you would then push stop. The project is now surveyed, and saved on the program you set up at the start. You will now see the points you recorded. These have been surveyed and converted to a polyline. Now, tap the screen, and a box will open up on the screen. Here you can select the Offset tab and enter the distance from the edge line to the front of the post. Now you are ready to start driving posts. Let's take a look at how this works in the field. You have completed your project. So place tablet and rover back on the guardrail pounder. Go back to the project that you just named, and click on it to open. Now, open the staking icon and you will see the screen change to this view. On the screen you will see a circle with 4 triangles. This is your current position. Move the machine in the direction of the red arrow. You will come across a black D on the screen. This is your first post. There is a button on your tablet. This allows you to activate the automatic location function. The hydraulics will move in an automatic way to locate the post position. When the 4 triangles go green, you're ready to drive the post. You will note, on the left and top corners, there are some values which read 0.4 and 0.1. These equal just a few millimeters, so do not worry. All you have to do is to make 4 triangles green and you're good to go. So the first post is driven, and it's now time to move to the next post. This is done by tapping the button on the bottom toolbar named Next. On the left-hand side there is a little box with a plus-minus in it. Here it will display the distance to the next post. This is adjustable by the operator, only if he has to change the post position. In this presentation, you have learned about the base stations, and setting up your GPS-controlled guardrail pounder, surveying the road, and installing posts, using the GPS solution. The system is quite simple and easy to use, but allow yourself a day to play around with it to get comfortable. Once you've used it you will never look back. Always have the reference manual with the machine. If you have any questions, you can always contact us through our website www.groundworkexperts.com.